In the hyper-accelerated, often predictable economy of digital attention, viral moments are typically engineered. They are the product of meticulous calculation, orchestrated by sophisticated marketing machines and algorithmic forecasting. But occasionally, a phenomenon detonates with such raw, unadulterated force that it silences the noise of planned campaigns. It emerges not as a strategy, but as a statement. This is precisely what occurred 43 minutes ago on the Instagram account of a 16-year-old from Thailand. What we witnessed was not merely a popular dance video, it was a cultural event, a harbinger of a shift in the very paradigm of pop stardom. The numbers alone tell a story of staggering impact. Over 1 million views and 122,000 likes, achieved in the time it takes to watch a single episode of a sitcom. The protagonist is Chiquita, the youngest member of YG Entertainment's rookie group, BABYMONSTER. The medium was a seemingly spontaneous dance challenge to Psycho, a track from their debut single. The catalyst was nothing more than a static camera phone and the silent, powerful branding of a head-to-toe Chanel ensemble. This was not a coordinated album promotion. It was a demonstration of pure, unvarnished star power, and its reverberations are being felt far beyond the confines of a fandom. To fully comprehend the magnitude of this seismic event, one must first examine the landscape upon which it occurred. Chiquita, born Chitfak Punkpong, has never been an unknown quantity. Since her audition, she was branded a prodigy, a rare talent, inevitably compared to her senior and fellow Thai idol, Blackpink's Lisa. Her debut with BABYMONSTER, however, was burdened by immense conflicting pressures. The group, launched with Batter Up and Sheesh, achieved solid commercial success, yet their narrative has been consistently framed by two overwhelming factors: the impossible legacy of Blackpink and the perception of being a meticulously crafted product of the YG system, where individual identities are often sublimated to the monolithic brand of the group. Within this complex narrative, a star like Chiquita had to find her footing. Her raw dancing and vocal abilities were acknowledged, but they lacked a definitive breakout canvas, a platform to transcend the group's collective identity and announce herself as a singular force. The industry was watching, waiting to see if the prodigy could evolve into a powerhouse on her own terms. The event itself was deceptively simple. The Instagram post was minimalist, a caption bearing only the hashtags BABYMONSTER and Chiquita. There was no overt promotional push. The video featured Chiquita with sleek black hair and a classic Chanel tweed set performing in an unadorned space. Her movements were clean, powerful, and imbued with a quiet, unwavering confidence. This was not a performance of exaggerated emotion. It was a display of mastery and charisma. She was not acting, she was simply being, an elite dancer in command of her art. Then, the metrics began their unprecedented climb. It was a digital chain reaction. Thousands of views became hundreds of thousands in minutes. Likes accumulated at a rate that defied standard engagement patterns. The Instagram algorithm, a system usually mastered by corporate strategy, appeared to be short-circuited by a wave of pure, organic demand. The choice of song was particularly astute. By selecting Psycho instead of their current promotional track, We Go Up, the moment was framed not as a corporate mandate, but as a personal showcase, proving that her appeal was intrinsic, not contingent on a promotional cycle. This is where the true twist in the story lies, the layer of strategic depth beneath the explosive numbers. This viral explosion is not merely about Chiquita's popularity, it is about the deliberate construction of Chiquita as a standalone luxury brand. First, the silent partnership with Chanel. The use of a full, identifiable Chanel outfit in this spontaneous video is no coincidence. It is a powerful sartorial statement in an industry where luxury brand partnerships are a key currency of prestige and commercial value. This immediately places Chiquita, even at 16, on the radar as a potential ambassador for Chanel. It's a clear signal to the fashion industry that YG Entertainment may be grooming the heir apparent to Lisa's throne at Chanel. The immediate impact is a dramatic appreciation of Chiquita's individual brand equity, effectively distinguishing her from the image of being just a group member. Second, a new narrative for BABYMONSTER. The group has largely been marketed as a cohesive, singular unit. Chiquita's overwhelming individual success creates a compelling new narrative, that of the powerhouse group. This mirrors the wildly successful model of Blackpink, where each member is a colossal star in their own right, their combined strength creating an entity greater than the sum of their parts. This moment could serve as the catalyst for YG to aggressively promote the individual identities of the other BABYMONSTER members, creating multiple centers of gravity that would make the group more resilient and dynamic in the long term. Third, a declaration of independence. In those 43 minutes, Chiquita did not just accumulate metrics, she erected a monument to her own name. The conversation swiftly shifted from the youngest member of BABYMONSTER to Chiquita, the phenomenon. This is a critical psychological shift for both the artist and the public, beginning the process of separating her identity from the long shadows cast by her seniors and even her own group, all while remaining a part of it. The shockwaves from this 43-minute event were instantaneous. Social media platforms erupted. BABYMONSTER's fandom, Monsties, celebrated it as a collective victory. More telling, however, was the reaction from the wider K-pop ecosystem. The post became a topic of discussion on international forums, with many non-fans acknowledging her undeniable charisma and skill. An industry analyst based in Seoul, who spoke on condition of anonymity, provided a blunt assessment. This is a textbook case of the power of the individual idol in the digital age. YG has orchestrated a moment that no amount of paid advertising could ever buy. The engagement rate on that post is at a level typically reserved for the industry's absolute top tier. It has instantly recalibrated her market value. The silence in some quarters was also deafening. The lack of immediate, real-time reactions from her fellow BABYMONSTER members in the first moments could be interpreted as shared surprise or a carefully managed communication strategy. The supportive post that followed hours later reinforced group solidarity, but the initial, solitary blast belonged to Chiquita alone. So, as the digital dust settles, what remains? Chiquita, with her 43-minute video, did not just break a record, she challenged the operational doctrine of the very system that created her. She demonstrated that within a vast, meticulously structured corporation, an individual star can still ignite with a brilliance that outshines all projections. This is not an ending. It is the first page of a new and uncertain chapter. It forces us to ask provocative questions about the future. Does this signal a new era for YG Entertainment? One where idols are encouraged to become megastars in their own right much earlier in their careers? How will the agency manage the delicate balance between Chiquita's meteoric rise and the development and promotion of the other BABYMONSTER members? And most critically, does this moment signify that Chiquita is poised to transcend not only her group, but the genre itself? To become a standalone pop culture icon? Only time will provide the answers. But one truth is now self-evident. The world's attention is firmly fixed on her. If 43 minutes were sufficient to destabilize the industry's foundations, one is forced to wonder what the rest of her career will bring. The name Chiquita is no longer just an entry on BABYMONSTER's roster. It is now a force to be reckoned with. Her journey has just begun, and we have all borne witness to its spectacular commencement.